Hello, ISTE review team. My name is Samantha Duchscherer, and this is my ISTE reflection. So I was part of the TCA Cohort 2. So we called ourselves Cohort Deuce, and on the page there you can see the logo that we made ourselves and proudly displayed. My first thing I wanted to reflect on was the in-person training. I found the in-person training at TCEA absolutely incredible. The fact that we got to sit around and actually discuss pedagogy and the reasons behind why we do what we do was really important to me because I feel so often, especially as someone who presents for EdTech team, that we go and we present on the tech and there's so often a missing piece, which is huge, which is that pedagogy. So really sitting around with my peers and my colleagues and discussing the actual ISTE standards for educators and students and why we make the decisions we do and how we can make better decisions was incredible. So my ISTE standard use, I have known about the ISTE standards for years and years, and I have always implemented them into my practice. But I feel after this training, like before this training, I was using the ISTE standards a lot of the time because what I was doing sort of applied to them and not the other way around. Now I have been much more intentional with my decisions and intentional with my activities, and I want to hit the standard. Here's an activity that I can do in my training with educators about it. And I'm trying to be very intentional and transparent about the standards that we're working on and what we're doing. And I have a professional development cohort within my district, and we're actually going to spend our next training day together going over the ISTE standards and really intentionally breaking them down and talking about them and learning them, because I think that the experience that I had at TCEA made me so much more intentional about my activities and my ISTE standard use, and I want to impart that on the educators I work with. So my goals for the future, my first goal is to stay in touch with my cohort. That's a picture that we took. They were just a really awesome group of people, and it was wonderful to work with those educators. So I want to make sure we stay in touch and keep that PLN going. My other goal is to keep being intentional about my ISTE standard use and sort of modeling that for my educators. I really want us to work towards having more ISTE certified educators in our district and being much more intentional about the standards we're hitting. So I'm going to keep modeling that and preaching that to my educators, and hopefully I can spread it. So thank you so much for this wonderful experience. Hope you have a good rest of your day.